you have Vodafone Idea FPO that is open today, and on back of that, you have a very positive note as well.
Well, yes, absolutely. IIFL Securities has come out with a positive note, and everybody was just talking about that post-elections there could be some tariff hikes as well, and even the companies are literally looking forward to that. And IIFL Securities also suggests that Geo platforms could also be one such counter that could be listed soon. So, what are the valuations looking like of Geo platforms, and what does this mean for Reliance as a whole? Firstly, let's put the spotlight on this segment, and Somit is joining us to give us all those details.
Well, Reliance Industries remains in focus because the single biggest trigger, that is the demerger and listing of its telecom arm Geo platform, is expected soon as per IIFL. Now, why IIFL is expecting this is because they are also saying that there could be a couple of tariff hikes in the next three calendar years in the telecom sector, as against two that we have seen in the last 4 years. This definitely shows that the pace of tariff hikes are expected to increase, and this will happen as and when Reliance Industries goes ahead or plans with an IPO for its telecom arm Geo platform. Now, owing to these tariff hike factors, IIFL has also increased the enterprise value of Geo platforms. Now, this is the enterprise value of Reliance Industries' stake in Geo platform. Now, Reliance Industries owns around 66% stake in Geo platform, while the remaining 33.7% is owned by investors. So, the enterprise value of its stake has now increased to $68.9 billion as against $63 billion earlier. However, if you see how the street is valuing Geo platforms, the enterprise value is actually much more than what the street has been valuing. The average of 6 analysts that we saw are valuing Geo platforms at close to $80 billion, while Reliance Industries enterprise value stands at close to $287 billion, which is which means that Geo platform forms nearly 29% of Reliance Industries currently. So, what could be the potential market capitalization of Geo platforms on listing? Well, it could be anywhere between 5.5 to 5.6 lakh crore rupees, and which is nearly 29 or 30%, and this could be the single biggest trigger coming in for Reliance Industries going forward. So, what is Geo platform currently? Geo platform owns the telecom arm of Reliance Industries, that is Reliance Geo. It also has the enterprise business and the broadband business. Other than that, it has invested in host of startups like EasyGov, Redisys, Care Expert, GeoSawa, Netradyne. All these companies are currently in growth phase, so analysts are not assigning much value to these companies, but these companies as well could be a big, have the potential at least to be big companies going forward, and hence Reliance Geo or Geo platform has invested in these companies. Apart from that, it also has host of apps like My Geo, Geo TV, Geo News, Geo Cloud, Geo Call. So, the upside potential when it comes to Geo platform is much higher, but at this moment analysts are valuing Geo platforms at 29% of Reliance Industries value. The enterprise value stands at close to $80 billion.
All right, thank you so much for that, actually, Somit. But Vodafone Idea, as we know, the FPO opens today, and in this regard, my colleague Ajay Sharma actually caught up with the Vodafone Idea CEO Akshay Mundra on it, and listen into what he had to say with regards to the path going ahead for Vodafone Idea.
India today has the lowest ARPU amongst major economies in the world. Today, India is about $2.1 of ARPU, whereas China, a comparable size of population and economy, of course economy is larger, is over $6.5. So, we are less than 1/3 of China's ARPU. So, by that benchmark, there is a lot of room for ARPU to go up. The second is that today, none of the players in the industry are returning their cost of capital. This cannot be a situation, and this has not been just 1 or 2 years, it has been 6 or 7 years. And the situation has got more accentuated with the 5G investments getting added onto the already large 4G investments. So, it is imperative that for the industry to be healthy, tariff correction is required. It is, I would say, almost inevitable, and I would expect it to happen sooner than later. There have been tariff increases twice in the last 4-5 years. I believe that the rate of tariff increase, the speed of tariff increase needs to be better in going forward, because large investments have been made in 5G and people need to get a return on their investments.
Okay, so that was the whole picture of telecom space right now. Jio platforms listing in the upcoming times, as well as Vodafone Idea's FPO, and that stock is also in focus today, up around 3%. But let's understand from our experts that within the space, is there any pocket that they are finding opportunities, any stocks that are on their radar? Let's understand that from two of our very special guests on the show. Kush Bora is joining us on the technical front, and Vivek Karwa, as always, on the fundamental side. A very good morning to both of you. And Kush, let me first come to you. Since a lot of these telecom stocks are in focus, we have seen Geo Financials actually doing pretty well, but Geo Platforms is really another counter that, and one of the recently listed play. But apart from that, Bharti Airtel, no stopping for this particular counter. Even Vodafone is also in focus. So any stock that you like at this point in time, and what's your overall view on this space right now?
Sure. So first up, hi Srishti, Vivek, hi Cheryl. Well, if you look at the telecom index, the only BSE provides that. If you look at the telecom index for BSE, over the last, I would say 6 to 8 months, the index has been on the rise. Now, what we are seeing recently is that there's a slight negative divergence. What that is suggesting is that, the pace is perhaps slowing up. Of course, that is, due to some of the participants, within the index, some of the constituents not doing as well. Now, if we talk about stocks particularly, then there are only two stocks that really catch my eye. One of them is Bharti Airtel, and the other one is, Indus Towers. Now, if you look at Bharti Airtel, the stock's been on the rise. Recently, it's seen some sort of a consolidation, but the kind of setup that we are seeing indicates that the stock is actually quite ripe to hit those 1400 odd levels, in the coming times. Indus Towers is a way more interesting setup because if you look at the stock, it's almost at a 2.5 year high, rising volumes, strong momentum. The stock could very well hit 400 and above level very soon. These are the only two stocks that I have on my radar from this space. I know Idea has been in discussion for a long time in a lot of forums, but it's an overcrowded trade and the stock's not really done as much. Now, if the ARPUs go up and things do turn around for the sector, then the stock might see a bit of a rise. But I think that will be used as an exit opportunity by a lot of players. So Idea I have on my radar, but I'm not too gung ho about it. So Bharti Airtel and Indus Towers are the two stocks that I'm looking out for.
Right, Bharti Airtel and Indus Towers is what Kush is looking at. I thought that since things are turning a little brighter for Vodafone Idea, and that would at least make it to your list. But yes, like you mentioned, actually, Kush, the stock has done absolutely nothing despite a slew of announcements coming in with regards to his FPO one. So good morning to you, actually, Kush. Good morning to you, Vivek. And Vivek, what's your view coming in on the telecom sector as well as the talks that is now making rounds? Then most likely we are likely to see Geo platform listing that's mentioned in the brokerage note, and also everyone has been anticipating that, isn't it?
Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Kush. See, I would again go with Kush. If I really want to buy telecom, I would only go with Bharti right now. And in fact, as a disclaimer, I don't have any investment in telecom as of now. The valuations look quite rich right now. And as Vodafone, the management was saying that let the ARPUs increase and they might increase in future. Now, when is that future going to come? I don't know. So once that future really comes and ARPUs actually start going up, and if there is some tariff hike, at that point of time, we can look at stocks. And again, the first beneficiary will be Bharti and Jio. Vodafone, see, you are bringing FPO, fine, but company is declaring what losses of 6,000-7,000 crores every quarter on quarter. Now, how much is that going to make difference after FPO? I have no clue. I will really stay away from the stock. It was at 18, 19, and that time people were really bullish. But that time we were, in fact, I made people sell whoever had it. Even at these levels, I'm really skeptical. Yes, I would wish that company comes back in black because there shouldn't be duopoly. There should be at least 3 players. But again, that's just my wish. So I would stay away from telecom right now.
All right, we'll stay away from telecom is the word coming in from Vivek with regards to that particular counter sector as a whole. But let's talk about what exactly happening with Bharti Airtel. As you can see it on your screen, it's near its day's highest point apart from what IIFL had to say in its note, in fact, there is a news piece also that could be adding to those gains for Bharti Airtel. Bharti Airtel, Dialog, Axiata, as well as Axiata Group will be merging the operations in Sri Lanka. So Bharti Airtel has said that Dialog Axiata will be acquiring 100% stake in Airtel Lanka, and out of that the company will be getting 10.36% in Dialog as part of the Airtel Lanka deal. So on back of that also you can see some sort of a buoyancy coming in Bharti Airtel in today's trading sessions, 2.4% uptick coming in on that particular counter.
If you like this video, then like, share and subscribe to ET Now.